Hey guys, this is Cholera, and I am bringing you a heavily requested single game from the Pro League. This is Savior versus TT, CJ Entes versus Samson Khan, Game 3, played a few days ago in the Shinhan Bank Pro League 2008 to 2009. I am very psyched about this game. Savior has actually been on a bit of a run recently, and I can't believe I just said that. He is 5-1 in his last 6 games played since the MSL debacle, where he did get eliminated from, I believe, the round of 32. Yeah, he got eliminated from the group stage in the round of 32. But he's been doing quite well, destroying people, and it's not even 2009 yet. Don't forget, he was undefeated in BlizzCon, facing players like Jangbi and Nada, and playing quite well. So guess what? I am excited about Savior. I don't know how this game goes, but I've heard that it is quite epic, and this is going to be on Neo Requiem. My map preview should have been right before this video, so you guys have a good idea of how this map works. I think it's a pretty balanced Protoss versus Zerg map, although we might not be seeing so many Forge Fast expands here because the natural expansion is quite wide open. But we'll have to see, though. Savior here at the 6 o'clock in purple, and TT at the upper right. TT's one strong matchup is against Zerg. He's 48% against Zerg. Mainly, he is a 2v2 player for the Samson Khan 2v2 team. Savior has actually been the 2v2 player last season, back when he was really slumping hard, when he just couldn't win a 1v1 game to save his life. Right now, though, he is certainly doing a lot better. Like I said, 5 out of 6, and he hasn't beaten the best of players, but he has beaten players like Midas. He has beaten Midas and certainly Nada and Jangbi in the BlizzCon competition, although there might be some other factors involved there, such as just general experience, you know, how ability to deal with jet lag, things like that. In any case, though, Savior's best matchup historically has been against Protoss. Despite how badly he's slumped recently, he is still 69%. That's better than 2-1 against Protoss. That is his best matchup. And we'll see whether he decides to go for a 12 hatch here or to put on some early pressure on a map like this, where your main base is lower than on low ground. Yeah, I do expect more perhaps one base strategies to start off, or at least a fast rush from both players. We are seeing the gateway first here from TT, so we'll see if Savior decides to go for the 12 hatch. Again, I thought that perhaps an overpool or a 12 pool would have been viable options, but we're seeing Savior luckily has spotted TT at the right position there, so he got a little bit lucky here. The 1/3 chance worked out for him this time. He's going to see what I believe was a 9-10 gate here from TT. So TT going for the fast rush. Savior should be able to deflect this if he goes 12 pool quite easily, and looks like he has gone for what looks like 12 pool there. We'll see if he decides to put up gas and then wait until he gets the lings out first before putting down his second hatchery at his expansion. Otherwise, he could get that second expansion too, and he'll have at least those 6 lings to fight off the initial zealot as it comes out. So this is going to be a little bit in Savior's favor right from the start here, just from the fact that he's managed to get the scout in. He's gone for a very safe build that counters 12 gate very well. I'm sorry, 9-10 gate very well, the 12 pool. Interesting enough, Savior actually going second hatchery inside of base here. That is actually really interesting. Maybe he's just feeling a little bit unsafe and doesn't want to necessarily risk himself by taking that expansion. Now, this means he's probably going to go for a 1-base tech build here. It looks like that's what he's going to open up with, getting his gas also. He's going to be very safe from this early rush. He probably won't even lose any drones, but on the other hand, he doesn't have an expansion, and this is definitely an old-school build here. We have not seen Zergs do this very often. This used to be done where in old maps where natural expansions were not very profitable to take. They were hard to take, didn't have many minerals. Anyway, Savior here coming out with an attack. He's going to take his ramp back, and he's going to have those lings in the field. 2 probes and 2 zealots out for TT, so TT persisting with this rush. He's got his third zealot coming out now, and Savior needs to get a couple more lings, or else he's going to be in trouble here. He's going to lose the ramp, and then he'll be in big trouble. Anyway, what I was saying was this used to be done more in old school maps where your natural expansion just wasn't worth it so much. Savior is going to have 8 lings, it looks like, but he's stopped mining gas, which shows to me that he's probably getting his speed upgrade. He's forced to put down a creep colony, so this rush still coming in anyway. Savior is going to try to get us surrounded on these zealots, but they're pounding away at the creep colony. They might be able to take down the creep colony before it goes up. Savior needs better micro than this if he wants to survive this early game here against this Protoss player. Savior's got more lings coming out, though. He's just taking pot shots here. Looks like he's going to go in. Is he going to go in right now? He's going to try to... No! Just the zealots are in too good of a position right now. 5 Zealots out for TT. TT meanwhile is going to take down the Sunken Colony. Yo, looks like Sunken Colony stays up. Savior, nice micro here. The Sunken Colony has done enough damage, I think, to ward away this attack. And yes, I was doing some Korean Sunken Colony singing there. Sunken Colony. Looks like the Chogaling are going to do just fine against these Zealots. TT's 2-gate rush has been deflected, I have to announce. And Savior with some brilliant micro there, allowing TT's Zealots to get trapped up against the Sunken Colony. And they just couldn't quite take it down before it had enough of those spines hits that weaken those Zealots. And now Savior actually has a hidden expansion going up at the upper left. I think TT has no idea this is coming. TT is not going to expand. Meanwhile, one of the options he could have done is take an expansion, maybe put up a forge, and just basically gone for cannons to protect himself while picking up an expansion of his own. But looks like he's going to be going for tech. Now, Savior's economy is not going to be doing great for a long time, though. Savior really had to sack a lot of drones there. Really had to sacrifice drone production there to be able to produce all those links and that Sunken. So he's not going to have a great economy. But meanwhile, Savior's going to do a drone drill and get out of his base. Looks like he's going to try, but man, he's losing all of his drones here. He's not getting his Zerglings up. This could be a mistake here from Savior. Looks like he's not up the ramp yet. He's, still just trying very, very hard to get up the ramp. It looks like he's losing so many lings, though, and he doesn't get up the ramp. Oh, this is disastrous for Savior. That was not a great effort there from Savior. He's been spotted also, importantly, so if he can't get up right now without taking huge losses. But wait, I might be saying this too soon. Savior getting a couple more lings up, more reinforcing Zealots, and that is just such a strong position from TT above Savior's ramp. It's just going to be really hard. Savior once again is going to be going for the drone drill, though. Savior with another drone drill. TT looks like he's managed to handle this pretty well. He's getting one Zealot surrounded, though, down there. Looks like that's Zealot will go down. Just 2 Zealots left on the ramp. Savior could break through here. Looks like Savior will probably break through with his few remaining lings. All right, he's got 6 lings coming out. He knows he needs to save that expansion, but TT, meanwhile, just going straight with pure Zealots here. Savior, wow, he has just 6 drones mining right now. He has 3 hatcheries, but he can barely, use them at all right now. It's going to be basically all lings here from Savior, I think. He's not going to have the production to build anything but lings. Meanwhile, we're seeing a core go up pretty late for TT. TT looks like he won't be able to take out this expansion over here. He has taken down a number of lings, though. Good positioning by that Zealot. And now TT is going to be contained in his base a little bit. He doesn't want to get surrounded, although he has, looks like 6 lots there, and 6 lots are going to be able to hold that just fine against any number of lings that Savior can throw up. Meanwhile, a Stargate is up for TT, so Savior is going to be in big trouble here. We're going to see what he can do about this. There's really not much he can do. And in a box facility, actually, TT canceled the Stargate. Maybe Savior had spotted it with his Overlord, and now he wants to trick him into going for the wrong type of protection area. He might be trying to trick him to getting a Spore Colony, when in reality he's going to go for some kind of fast drop here, a fast Reaver drop. This is a really, really interesting game that's building up here now. Savior is soon going to regain the economic advantage, but certainly he has almost no tech right now. All he has is just speedlings. That's the only thing he's going to have for a while. We'll see when he decides to resume gas. It looks like he is resuming gas. Okay, now switching to Hydralisks. He was pumping just drones for a little bit there. Needs to recover a little bit. He is going to have a little bit of an economic edge once he gets more drone saturation at those 2 bases. Citadel going up also. So, interesting enough, we're going to probably see a... I guess could be a Zealot drop, actually. That could be a possibility, or it could be Reavers supported by speed lots. It could be anything right now. This is really interesting. Savior, meanwhile, trying to sneak some of these lings through. TT has, once again, a large force of Zealots, actually. Savior really doesn't have that many Zerglings in the field, so if TT really wants to pressure, he can get to the new expansion at 9 o'clock, which is so hard for Savior to defend. And TT, meanwhile, trying to get a scout out with that probe. Looks like the probe, no, won't get killed. Savior needs to get some Hydralisks coming up soon, and we are going to see Reavers supported by speedlots.